USFL, the number one overall pick in the revived league's draft this year, Shea Patterson, has been released by the Michigan Panthers. You don't see that very often. He was cut this week after Michigan was off to a 1-5 start. He's third in the league in passing yards with 973 yards with 4 touchdowns, but he also has more interceptions than touchdowns with 5 interceptions, and he can be a little off sometimes. In their defense, just a very small defense here. They're really, the USFL draft assigns and designates different positions for each round. So in the first 2 rounds of the draft, you have to draft a quarterback. So they had to draft a quarterback at the first overall pick. I just think a lot of people were underwhelmed by the fact that it was Patterson and kind of tired of all the talk around him with little action on the field to prove it. So I think they could have taken a different guy there, and other teams obviously did better. I thought, Jordan Thomas was probably the obvious choice there to me. Since then, the 4-2 New Orleans Breakers have picked him up. Kyle Sloter has been the starter for them this year. You might know him from the Vikings and the Broncos, and former Tulsa quarterback Zach Smith got some time in last weekend's game. Michigan is 1-5 and now left with Eric Barriere, who I don't really know, Josh Love also, and former NFL first-round pick Paxton Lynch from the Denver Broncos as their perceived starter for now. That's it for this episode of Travis on Sports. Thanks again for tuning in. If you can, like and subscribe, Breaker or whatever podcast platform you're listening to, or on our social media channels. You can find us on Twitter and Facebook and YouTube. And I will be back next week with more sports news.